Donna Noble. There is so much to say and so little time to say it, although to be fair, she could probably manage with about 20 minutes in a Harvey Wallbanger to spare. Despite a rough edge to the first season, Russell T Davies both rebooted Doctor Who and stayed faithful to the fun and menace that it was known for. Rose and Martha were both excellent companions to the 9th and 10th Doctors, but when Donna Noble took her spot in the TARDIS, the show had struck gold. Donna Noble didn't just travel with the Doctor, she saved him in so many ways, and with that in mind, I'm Sean Ferrick for WhoCulture, and here are 8 ways Donna Noble saved the Doctor. 8. The Empress of the Rachnos, the Runaway Bride. In her very first episode, Donna proved that she was exactly the kind of person that the Doctor needed to temper some of his more extreme ideas. In his battle with the Empress of the Rachnos, he did what he does best, and he gave the Empress a chance to surrender. Naturally, she refuses. He then proceeds to bomb the ever-living heck out of her and her children, flooding the tunnel that they are ascending with water from the Thames. He stands over it all, watching the destruction that he's brought with a finality in his eyes that assures the viewer that the Doctor is ready to die along with them. Then, a voice rings out. Donna, drenched but still in her wedding dress, calls up to him and reminds him that they need to go. It shakes him from his reverie and they escape together. It's a small moment, but one of the many where Donna Noble is the reason the Doctor makes it out alive. 7. Just save someone. The Fires of Pompeii. This leads almost directly on from The Runaway Bride, despite there being a season's gap in between them. This doubles down on the need for someone to stop the Doctor from time to time, and that person's name is Donna Noble. The Fires of Pompeii is one of the first episodes in the 4th season, and as such, the Doctor and Donna were still getting used to each other. She rejects out of hand the notion that there are fixed points in history, and sets about saving the people of Pompeii, only to find that their overwhelming numbers prove impossible to save. She turns to the Doctor and he begins to travel away, consumed by a grief at yet another historical catastrophe. And then, tears streaming down her face, she manages to get through his shield and speak directly to his hearts. Save someone, she says. Just save someone. He takes the TARDIS back, and his decision has lasting repercussions for the Doctor. As he would later reflect, he would learn why he frowned that face.
I know where I got this face and I know what it's for. I'm the Doctor, and I save people.
Long after Donna left the TARDIS, this memory saves the Doctor again. 6. Supertemp, the Sontaran stratagem, the Poison Sky. There are several moments in this great 2-part episode that show what an asset Donna has quickly become to the Doctor in their short time together. After receiving a call from previous companion Martha Jones to come back to Earth, she and Donna quickly befriend each other, to the Doctor's chagrin. The Doctor and Donna then set about exploring the Atmos plant, the very reason that Martha summoned him. While the Doctor tries to figure out what exactly is happening, it is Donna who suggests the biggest clue of all, using her office temp knowledge. She simply goes to the HR department and discovered that no one has ever taken a sick day in the plant, tipping the Doctor off that the people working there are clones, further leading him to figure out that the entire plan was devised by the Sontarans. Not bad for a temp from Chiswick, really. This episode also saw the reintroduction of the Noble family, which would later serve to help the Doctor as well. 5. Breaking the Doctor's walls, the Doctor's daughter. The Doctor's daughter served to continue the softening of Donna, who had still held on to her hard-earned barriers, while being a great foil for the Doctor. However, she is baffled by his reaction to Jenny, the cloned daughter. The Doctor tries to treat Jenny as simply a genetic abnormality, a clone not to be treated as real. This surprised and disappoints Donna, who, in the midst of all the problems surrounding them with the war and the search for Martha, takes the time to discover that Jenny, like the Doctor, has 2 heartbeats. Regardless of how she was created, Donna forces the Doctor to accept the fact that Jenny is his daughter, and that he has to let her in. This serves the dual role of forcing the Doctor to relive the memories of losing everyone at the Time War, but also opens his heart to having a family again. Please, if anyone from the BBC is hearing this, bring Jenny back. 4. Harvey Wallbanger, the Unicorn and the Wasp. In what is easily one of the funniest episodes of Doctor Who Revival, the Unicorn and the Wasp shows the Doctor and Donna utilising their best detective skills, and throwing in a little romance along the way. The Doctor is poisoned by assailants unknown and his organs start to fail. Only the fact that he is a Time Lord saves him from instant death, and while he has time to attempt to stay alive, he has to try and communicate what he needs to Donna to save his life. It is not, despite her assertions, a Harvey Wallbanger. Harvey Wallbanger! What he needs is to get his remedy working quickly, which is a good, sharp shock, which Donna delivers without pause. One of the best things about the Doctor and Donna's relationship is that there is no hint at romance between them. They are friends, pure and simple. So, Donna planting a kiss on him serves as the greatest shock he could have received. 3. Donna dies so the Doctor can live. Turn left. This episode is one of 2 in Doctor Who's 4th series to receive a nomination for the Hugo Award. It is a phenomenal episode, featuring little of the Doctor and focusing instead on a what-if scenario featuring Donna. After a beetle attaches itself to her back, an alternate reality is created wherein Donna never met the Doctor, resulting in his death in the flood that drowned the Rachnos. The episode is a dystopian retelling of what might have been, though Donna herself grows and grows throughout. When Rose manages to convince her of the existence of the other reality, Donna puts everything on the line to go back in time and ensure that she turns left instead of right. In a dark twist, she discovers at the last moment that it is only her death that can make this happen. Without hesitation, Donna steps in front of oncoming traffic. The resulting tailback ensures the past Donna makes the decision that would bring her to the Doctor and the TARDIS. Time is set right again, and Donna manages to deliver Rose's fateful warning. 2. The Doctor Donna. Journey's End. This would be the ultimate moment that allowed Donna Noble to show the universe why she was the most important person in it, even if only for a short time. The human Time Lord meta-crisis had reverberated back through time, dogging Donna throughout her adventures with the Doctor.
I know this, Dr. Donna. You will never be forgotten.
Little did she know, she would transform and become part Time Lord herself. By simply touching the Doctor's handy spare hand, the regeneration energy within creates a new Doctor while turning Donna into a part Time Lady, creating something of a triumvirate of Doctors.
I can't tell you what I'm thinking right now.
Though both male Doctors are quickly overcome by Davros, it is Donna who saves both of them, plus everyone else on Earth and the remaining planets by taking command of the Daleks and Davros himself. This save would have devastating consequences for Donna, but for a shining moment in all of space and time, Donna Noble was the ultimate saviour of existence itself. Not bad for the Supertemp from Chiswick. Number 1. Donna's Legacy, The End of Time. This speaks more to the lasting effect that Donna had on the Doctor, from meeting him during their first wedding to his appearance at her second. Throughout their time together, Donna and the Doctor saved the galaxy and each other. With the Doctor slowly dying from radiation poisoning, he takes a last victory lap through time, visiting each of his friends as he goes. He visits Wilf, Donna's granddad, as Donna walks down the aisle, delivering his last gift to them in the form of a lottery ticket, bought with £1 he received from Donna's deceased dad, Geoffrey. Although Donna can never remember her adventures with the Doctor in the TARDIS, he takes the lessons he learned from her with him. Always save someone if you can, and when you can't, try anyway. Donna Noble crafted the Doctor as we know them today. Her legacy is the many victories that they have had. And there you have it. That's our list of 8 ways Donna Noble saved the Doctor. Did we miss anything? Please leave your answers in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to WhoCulture. I have been Sean Ferrick. You can find me over on Twitter at Sean Ferrick. You have been awesome. Have a good one.